What is up? Welcome to Shawn Live. Yo, yo, yo. Happy to see you. Come one, come all. You guys know what to do. Let's hit that subscribe button, that big white subscribe button. Throw up thumbs up if you're excited that you're getting unfiltered Shawn today. Whoa. Throw a thumbs up if you're excited for unfiltered Shawn. Share the stream and transmission with all of your friends. It's going to be a good night. Tonight, we're giving away $500. Boom, $500. You know what that means. We're going to be drawing 5 names from the digital Crank It Up Canasta. Crank up the digital canasta. We're going to be drawing 5 names. You've got to be present to win. So light up that chat. Let's see you in the chat. Let's make sure your chat is working. Let us know where you are watching from. Let us know what you are up to. Let us know who you're voting for in the upcoming election. Just kidding. You don't have to do that part. But listen, why is it a secret anyways? But anyways, listen, we're excited because we're with you tonight. Let's see if we can help you guys to dial up your business so that you can reach more people, make an even bigger impact, and create the lifestyle that you so very much deserve. Listen, everybody's wondering, where is Lacey Book? I don't know if she's going to be rolling in here. She's at Seed to Table right now. You know, Seed to Table. Obviously, as you could tell, we're back in Naples, Florida. Big week for the Well Infused franchise. We have some trainings going on. We're going to be documenting, man, that SOP on how to run a successful, well-infused franchise. It's getting bigger and more robust by the day. Lacey and Stacy have that thing super dialed in. We're super excited as we are now entering into Discovery Day phase with our potential franchisee prospects. We're looking to get 5 new well-infused franchises up and running. So yes, turning the crank over here, getting things rolling, getting things busy. Lacey was over at Seed to Table having a meeting. Hopefully she'll be rolling in here soon with the dinner for tonight with Stacy. And listen, I know that she can't hear me or see me, but props and congratulations to the Bloomy family. Stacy Bloomy turned 27 years old today. So happy birthday, Stacy Bloomy. Everybody, let's light up her phone. If you've got her phone number, text her right now. Say, hey, Stacy, congratulations on Well Infused and happy 27th birthday. And I want to re-shout out Nate Bloomy, her husband. Nate carried me across the finish line this past weekend at the Hawthorns member guest, taking first place in our flight. Got that fat envelope full of cash from Stacy as she walked in the door today. Oh, yeah, that was fantastic. All right, everybody, let's guess who the producer is today. We're getting tons of sound effects. We're in Naples. We've got the solo shot. That can only mean one thing. Who do you think is producing tonight's illustrious episode? We've got votes coming in. Who do you think is producing tonight? Remind you, we are in Naples, Florida. All right, we've got guesses coming in. Illustrious producer, show yourself. None other than
what's going on,
Barack Hussein Obama. if you heard the rally today, why you kept calling him by his middle name? We got James Lewis.
What's up? What's going on, everybody?
James is in the house holding things down. Everybody's shouting out, Jamesy. Yes, James is running the show. Hey, I'm hearing tinkering there in the background. Dexter Dunn took off. Maybe there might be a Lacey sighting. James is going to have to adjust the camera if she comes rolling in. Well, listen, let's tackle some announcements. So many cool things going on other than Stacy's birthday, which don't forget, let's hit her up. Let's light up her phone with a text. I should just give her phone number out. That would be great, but I won't do that to her. Anyways, what do we got going on, producer James?
BYS Live.
BYS Live. Hey, listen, if you want to come to Indianapolis and sit with us as we record module by module, block by block, the entire Book Yourself Solid system at the amazing Ironworks Hotel. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be a small audience, but it's a live audience. We're taping in front of a live audience. What a challenge. We're going to be taping the entire Book Yourself Solid system front to back, leaving no element unturned, explaining to you what it is and how you can apply it today in any service-based business so that you can get your books book solid. Well worth it to be there. Boom, right there in the room. We're going to be going through the building blocks. We're going to leave some period of time for Q&A so that the live audience will be able to make sure that they're getting the concept. September 6th and 7th, you've got to reach out to Natalie, Natalie, Natalie at bookyourselfsolid.com. She can get you hooked up, get you the information, make sure that you qualify. You definitely want to get in on that. We've got more announcements, friends.
To keep it going in chronological order, we've got the Sofi podcast experience.
Oh my. Not just a Sofi podcast experience, it is a Sofi Mastermind. That's coming up September 10th, ladies and gentlemen. If you saw, hey, listen, please don't just hit that subscribe button here. And in fact, I saw it go up. The subscribers went up. So some of you guys jumped in on this. Thank you for all 8 of you who are watching live with us. We appreciate you. You guys are real champions. We love you. But look, not only that, I need you to go over and make sure that on your favorite podcasting platform, unless you watch podcasts on YouTube, you can catch the episode here. Amazing episode dropped with Tim's story today. A couple people texted me and they were like, hey man, if you listen to your podcast without the video, sounds like you guys are talking to Donald Trump. Check it out. See, what do you think? Does it sound like we're talking to Donald Trump? But I got to tell you, that podcast was great. Tim Story, great friend, an amazing human being. I guarantee you're going to get a lot out of that. But coming up on September 10th, we're going back out to SoFi Stadium. We're going to be recording podcast episodes, but we're also going to be hosting a one-day mastermind. We're going to be having our guests spend some time with you. Lots of amazing people dropping in. For those of you that were in Dallas with us, Ryan Stuman dropping back in the house. Going to spend some time with y'all in the mastermind. Going to record a None of Your Business podcast with us. We have many other amazing, huge names rolling into SoFi. If you want to be a part of that, you know what to do. You just got to hit up Natalie.
And the next day, the VIP podcast content experience in Vegas.
Woo! 9/11. The Venetian Resort, Las Vegas. You guys have seen it, the amazing podcast studio. Last time we were kind of makeshifting it. I think we still might be makeshifting it this time. Who knows? But we're getting closer. I actually think we're going to be in our actual studio space. But at any rate, we're going to do something new, something brand new. Because you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid. You've got to be willing to test things out. What we're going to do at the Venetian is we're going to be doing a podcast content mastermind. So we're going to be working through the morning, masterminding with you, talking about podcast content. We're going to be bringing in special guests. We're going to record a few episodes live. We're going to have, of course, producer James there, giving you tips and tricks on how to dial in your podcast. We're going to be talking about how we get our guests, how we book our guests. We're going to be talking about how to curate a phenomenal episode. But most importantly, we're going to be talking about post-production content. And you are also going to be getting post-production content. And then we're going to go straight into a VIP lunch. We're going to roll out the red carpet. We're going to ask our podcast guests to stay. We're going to bring in some other names, and we're going to break bread together. And again, we're going to continue to get more post-production content with you. We're going to make sure that you have all of your questions answered. It's going to be a content festival. Listen, if you're looking to beef up your platform, if you're looking for contacts, if you're looking to get into the podcasting world, this is for you. Hit up Natalie. You're figuring it out. Natalie. She is your gateway to all of the cool things that we've got going on. Come be a part of Book Yourself Solid Live. Come be a part of the Sofi Mastermind. Come be a part of the VIP content experience and podcast at the Venetian Resort Las Vegas. Come check out our brand new studio that we are slowly putting the finishing touches on. Who knows? We might be in there already. And maybe if you're extra nice, we'll get you over to the Win, get you a tour of the XM Radio podcast studio as well. But it's going to be an amazing opportunity. Listen, I've seen a lot of people that have been talking about, oh, look at, all these people are paying to get in these rooms. Well, I got to tell you something. That is absolutely the way that it works in the world. I know that Lacey reminds me frequently that I have multiple country club memberships. Listen, it's the same thing. I've got to tell you, when you get in the room of people who are vibrating at a higher frequency, if you know anything about frequency, it automatically elevates your frequency. So if you want to be around connected people, if you want to be around entrepreneurs that are doing big things, if you want to be around people who understand the content game, well, then you have to find your way into these opportunities. And sometimes, yes, I don't think American Airlines is flying people for free. So yes, everything has a fee. We're going to take you out for an amazing lunch in Las Vegas, and nobody's gifting us the lunch. The build and the partnership at the Venetian Resort in Las Vegas, nobody gifted us that. It's just the way that energy flows. But I love getting into your energy. I love having you guys around. And here's what I will absolutely promise you. I will go above and beyond. There's people who have been to these experiences with us in the chat. They can all tell you. I will go above and beyond to make sure that you meet every single person in the room who you need to meet. I will make sure that we curate a room that has the right people in it that can help you to advance in what you're doing. That's one of the great things about having a podcast that a few people listen to, is that we're able to make reach out. So once I know which of you are coming, well, then we go to work to try and get the right people on our podcast. And we can usually pull that off, or at least get somebody that can at least be in that lane that will be able to help you out. And then I promise you that we will make the introductions, and I promise you that it will be well worth it. But listen, watching us on YouTube is fantastic, and we joke about it on Wednesday nights, but there's nothing like being in the room with us. Come on out to Los Angeles, come on out to Las Vegas, and look, I live in Naples, Florida. It's not farther for any of you than it is for me. I'm going all the way out there because I want to get into the vibration of the guests that come along, and I want to elevate my vibration by being around you. But I can't do that through this, the camera. I've got to get you in that room. I would love to see you. Reach out to Natalie. What's the worst thing that could happen? You meet a billionaire, you meet a potential business partner, you meet a potential client, you meet somebody that has the capital to fund your next big idea, you meet somebody that knows how to overcome that obstacle that you've been facing for years. I mean, listen, there's so much opportunity out there. And the people that are chirping on the internet telling you, hey, don't do it. Well, then where are they? Sitting in their own dang living room by their damn selves, telling you not to meet more people. Listen, meet the right people, create the relationships, build your business. We would love to have you be a part. Do we have anything else?
Yes. Crew 52 member of the week is Jonathan Zwerka.
Oh, dang. What's up, Jonathan Zwerka? Crew 52, member of the week, Jonathan Zwerka at One Life Chiropractic. Oh, yes. He's been through it. So, I mean, oftentimes, too, you guys run into these healers and, you're like, I don't know if you get me. Listen, he's been through it. Cancer and MTBI survivor. He helps to optimize neurology and physiology to improve health and longevity. He is on a mission to improve the health of the world, one person at a time, one nervous system at a time. let's hit that QR code. Let's see what Jonathan Zwerka has in store for all of us. He's got a quick video there for you to watch. Listen, I got to tell you this again. This is a swipe and deploy show right here. This is a swipe and deploy show. So if you're like, I'm not going to go see Jonathan, right? But you want to be one, you want to understand how Crew 52 works. Every single week, we elevate one of our 52 members. And this was not, I mean, listen, we just were like, who wants to be elevated? We can take 52 of y'all. And they were like, hey, I'm going to jump on opportunity. You don't got to tell me twice. And here we are elevating Jonathan Zwerka. Hit that QR code. Check out his video. If it inspires you, well, maybe you might want to, at the very least, make something similar yourself. And if you know people in his area, he's out in the Northeast and New York area, make sure that you send him a referral, elevate him, post his stuff on your page. You never know how far reaching something you may say, think, or do today, like sharing Jonathan Zwerka's content, even though you live in Green Bay, Wisconsin, sitting in your room by your own self. You just post that on your feed, Dan Lyons, and you watch what happens. All of a sudden, either somebody's going to be like, hey, man, I needed a chiropractor in that area, or just all of a sudden the phone's going to ring. The universe is going to pay you back double. 2 new clients calling you right up, because you decided to just do the right thing and elevate someone else, expecting nothing for yourself in return, but at the same time expecting to be repaid double. All right. One more, right?
Yep, I almost forgot. So you're talking about meeting more people, but how about reach more people at our upcoming event in November?
Triple top secret. I'm going to break down a little bit. A lot of people have been asking us, what are you guys doing? I'm going to break down a little bit about what we've been cooking up. Been cooking this up for a while. And Reach More People will be the first iteration of what it is that we're cooking up. Actually, the first iteration is coming up a week from Friday. And 1 week from Friday, we are launching Make Better Offers. That was our pilot test. And we filled up the small room. So again, explain to you guys, it's not about selling out the big room. We've done that, been there, done that. But I'm also not going to be like, hey, man, look at us. We sold out the small room, because, I mean, of course we could do that. But we have our room filled there in Tallis Park. We're here in Naples. We're going to be literally going step by step, breaking down your offer stack, teaching you how to figure out what your ideal clients need. None of this give them what they want and sell them what they need. That sounds so, like pulling teeth. This is going to be about finding out what your ideal clients are looking for and how we can meet that need in an effort to establish you as preeminent, and not just, selling them, but leading them, empowering them to take the next logical step as we lead them on their problem journey. We want to help people. We want to solve their problems. The only issue you have is they don't know that the thing that you do solves the problem that they have. And so we don't have to necessarily know fancy sales strategies and tactics. We're going to break down how you can get there. Then the next step, you've got to reach the people. And we're going to be putting on a marketing mastermind event at, well, I'm not going to say where. I'm going to say the city, in Miami, Florida, Miami Beach, November 8th and 9th. It's going to be amazing weather. Now, you don't know it yet because it's August, but listen, in November, you're going to be like, I wish I could get to Miami. Well, we're going to give you an opportunity, but there's no sales page. There's no link. Guess what you got to do if you want to go to Reach More People? Guess. Anybody, guess. Guess what you got to do if you want to go to Reach More People. If you want to find out if you're qualified, then you need to reach out to Natalie at blackdiamondclub.com or Natalie at bookyourselfsolid.com, either one. She can tell you what will make you qualified, and she can talk to you about getting you into that room. So hope that you are there. I hope that you are an action taker. Weird, right? There's no fancy sales page with a VSL and a funnel. No, because we're shifting gears as we move into 2025. In 2025, we're going to be looking for a select few We're going to be looking for a select few. What a weird thing, right? The economy is getting tighter. Interest rates are high. Are they going down? Who knows? They should be going down. But what will happen if they go down? Because technically, if they go down, let's look at like the housing market. If interest rates go down, then people have access to the money. Then the buyers come on the scene, and then actually prices go up. Is that what we want? Are we trying to make the prices go up? So we have all of this stuff that's going on. No matter how you cut it, the economy's getting tighter. The economy's getting squeezing in. We've been preaching this for years. A lot of the people, I was just thinking this morning, a lot of the people that did not listen to us, they jumped off the boat. And a lot of them actually, interestingly, went into coaching. And they're coaching the rest of the people that didn't listen to us. Yay. And they're teaching them the things that we told you not to do. So if you want to pay for that, hit me up. I'll be able to direct you to, if you're like, I'm off the boat. I have no problem with it because I ain't sinking. But if you're getting off the boat, then I can set you up with people that are teaching my stuff, the old stuff, because they didn't listen. They got caught. Now they're teaching all the rest of the people that didn't listen our old stuff. But you want the new stuff. But the new stuff is how to survive in a downturn economy, which has an awful lot to do with, we had already told you the precursor, which had a lot to do with moving up market. And as we move up market, it creates an interesting dilemma, because that means that we need less clients, because less clients charging or paying more money because they're actually taking action. They're the kind of clients that you like to work with, the kind of clients that actually do the things that you're telling them to do. Well, funny. I love those types of clients too. So does Lacey. So listen, in 2025, we're adopting a little bit of a different approach. We're adopting a quarterly planning approach. We're going to be walking groups of people, select groups of people. I'm talking about, right now, combined, there's nearly 1,000 of you. Well, we're going to be paring that down to about 50. Like, that's a big pare down, right? So 50 people who want to work with us on a quarterly basis, and we're going to walk you through it. And the theme of today is business fundamentals. So imagine going through a quarterly planning session in a small room, not a room of 300 people like we normally do, but a small room where we're not sitting on a stage in the director's chairs, but we're sitting with you, that we are rolling up our sleeves and we are literally doing the work with you. Quarterly planning in 4 areas. Well, you already know 2 of the areas because I've already talked about them, but you may have missed the opportunity. The door may have slammed in your face on make better offers. Well, that's one area that we're going to work on next year. Quarterly planning on looking at your offers. Here is the thing. You have to sell your ideal clients what they think they need. You have to be selling your ideal clients what they think they need. Now, key, you have to figure out who your ideal client is, and you have to really understand. So we're talking deep dive. None of this like, my ideal client's a female between 18 and 76 years old who makes somewhere between $40,000 and $400 million. Like, none of that. We're going to talk about drilling down and understanding who your ideal client is, who you were put on this planet to serve, and then understanding how we can create an offer stack so that they will understand that you were put on this planet to serve them, and then sell that offer stack elegantly and efficiently right to them so that they're literally coming to you and they're looking for the solution that they know that you have. So once we know the solution, we know your offer stack and we've crafted that, then in the next 90 days, we're going to shift our attention to reaching more people. You see, you have to be in front of your ideal client at the very moment that they decide that they need that thing that you have to offer. I mean, how critical is that? It's knowing the who, your ideal client, the what, which is the offer stack, but then it's the when and the where. So when do these people look for you and where are they looking for you? I've got to tell you, so many of you, and so many of you that didn't get off the train, or that got off the train, because you didn't want to heed the advice. You were like, well, there's no recession coming. Don't preach your doom and gloom. Well, look at them now. Look at where they are. They've got the when and the where mismatch. And listen, when money's just raining out of the sky, it's easy because the when is always because everybody's flush with cash And the where is everywhere. So you don't have to be good at marketing. You don't have to engage in social media. You literally could just do whatever. You could literally eat off the crumbs of someone else's group and build a successful business. But you can't do that today. You need to understand your ideal client because it occurs to them that, hey, I have a problem at a certain moment. And I talk a lot about this. People choose their providers, and most of you are in the service space. They choose their providers before they actually choose them. And the evidence I always give of that is, I hope, knock on wood, that none of you right now have an overflowing toilet. So you don't have a plumbing problem, but when I say that, most of you actually know, well, if I did have a plumbing problem, I already know who I would call. You have already selected your plumber, even though you don't currently feel that you need a plumber because you don't have a problem that you feel that the plumber can solve. Well, I got to tell you, no matter what service you are in, your prospects are the same way. So maybe you are a chiropractor, or you're an interior designer, or you offer relationship counseling. Well, the people that are in relationships, they might say, well, I don't need a relationship counselor. Knock on wood, my relationship is good. But if I ever did need relationship counseling, I know I would go to you. That's the position that you need to be in, but that's the position that, unfortunately, a lot of you are not in. Well, that's why we're adopting this quarterly approach. We're going to get the offer right, because I can't then all of a sudden decide I need you and then call you and you're like, yeah, I only have, this one offer that doesn't solve the problem that I think I have. And you're like, don't worry, I'm just going to give you what you want and then sell you what you need. Well, guess what? I'm not coming in because money's tight. I'm not in a position to just be winging it and throwing away money. Listen, 2 years ago, it didn't matter. I could just, throw $150 at the problem. But if it didn't work, I just go to someone else and throw $150 at them. But not today. Not today. Today, things are different. And so I'm going to be far more selective when choosing people. Again, you can't just eat off the crumbs of someone else's group. You have to go out there and market for yourself. And so we're going to teach you how to make the offer. We're going to teach you how to get in front of the right people at the right time in the right place to make that offer to them. Then number 3, we're going to teach you how to scale. A 90-day planning session on how to scale your business. You see, there are only 4 real ways to grow your business or to increase your revenue. Only 4. And so for a 90-day run, we're going to put you first with us in a session, 2-day session, workshop, teach you how to scale, and then have you create a 90-day plan on how you can get there. We're 4 ways that you can increase your revenue. Number 1, you can increase your fees. So you could just take what you currently have, your current client base, and if you only have 10 clients and you charge them $100, well, we can make double if we kept the same 10 clients and charge them $200, right? It's easy. And you're like, oh, okay, of course that makes sense. It's easy on YouTube, harder in practice. Then we're going to teach you all of the step-by-step process of how you can go about doing that. The other way you could do that is get more clients. So I could take my 10 clients that I charge $100, and now I can get 20 clients that I charge $100, right? So I could just simply increase the number of clients that I have. That's a great way. So that's part of scale. I want to increase my fees. Imagine that I increase my fees and I increase the number of clients I'm serving. Now I'm talking about exponential growth. Number 3 is we can get our existing clients to pay more longer. So if it's 10 clients that pay me $100 and they paid me $100, let's say per day, well, if they only paid me $100 per day for 3 days, and I could get them to pay me $100 per day for 6 days, I would again have doubled my revenue. And I have less of a need for bringing in more people because every 3 days, this cohort goes out, I've got to refill that. A lot of you live trapped on that hamster wheel where you are constantly chasing the new client because you haven't figured out retention, which is the 3rd pillar in scale. So we're going to teach you how to take your clients and retain them. And then lastly, what I could do is I could take these 10 clients that pay me $100 for 3 days and then get them to pay me $100 for 3 days here, but then get them to pay me another $50 for AirPods, for something else that they wanted. Again, this whole thing of I'm going to trap you in this world of getting you what you want, selling you what you need. I mean, an interesting thing would be for you to consider, what about selling them more of what they want? And so if we could teach you how to do that, unless you just universally think that your ideal clients are dumb, right? And that's kind of an admission. If you're like, well, I have to take my dumb clients and give them what they want so that I can sell them what they need. Why not get ideal clients that know what they need and want that from you? Like, that would be just a lot easier. I'm just saying, but that's what we're going to be teaching in 2025. And if you want to be a part of that program, it's not ready for you to buy. It's only August, but we've been putting the finishing touches on this. It will be ready soon. You guys know what to do. Her name is Natalie. And then number 4, the fourth pillar, 90-day run and a 90-day process to work on. Number 4 is money. Getting your money to work for you. So once I've created the system, so I have the right offers, and then I have the right marketing, and I'm getting in front of the people and they're buying my offers, and then I've been able to scale. So I've maximized and optimized my business. Now my business becomes an ATM machine, a money machine. It's spitting out money at will. And then so many of you make the mistake because you just get that money and you don't know what to do. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do with my hands. And then the money goes away and we go back to square one. So we're going to teach you how to get your money to actually work for you. You get the deal. We're going to teach you how to get yourself into cash flowing assets and how to reinvest into your business so that we optimize the money machine, how to reinvest into your business so that we get even greater scale, but also how to look for cash flowing assets. Remember that the reason for expenses is to create cash flow, and the reason for assets is to create expenses, and the expenses create cash flow. So if you can get that game down in pillar number 4, I know that we will have taken 50 people and we will have literally added a 0 to their bottom line. I can't wait to roll that out for you. Those are the business fundamentals that I think that you're going to need in 2025. Now, listen, the stark reality is you might lose another handful of you, and I wish you well. And listen, feel free to repurpose this content in your new coaching program. But we're looking for 50 hardcore people that want to go along with us in 2025 and literally add a 0. It's not for the weak. It's not for the faint of heart. It's going to be a wild ride, but you can tell I've been putting all of the finishing touches into this programming. It is going to be dialed in and sick. One of the main reasons why we shifted this is I didn't feel like we could deliver this level of content in a room in front of 300 people. I just didn't feel like it would be effective if you just took notes and didn't do anything. Like, maybe we could help you to make more money, but that's kind of vague. Like, if we really want to add a 0 into that bottom line, well, we're going to have to really be doing some big things, and we can't do that with the entire world. And in fact, we just were dropping some great content, and hey, man, isn't James killing it with our content lately? James has been dropping dimes over there on Black Diamond Club and Instagram. But one of the things that a recent piece of content that he just recently dropped was a piece from me sharing at a VIP dinner, which we just invited you to come to Vegas and be a part of one. But me sharing literally that one of the things that I had realized later in my career, because believe me, I was an every man, woman, and child chiropractor back in the day. Then I realized, like, man, that's foolish. There's 7 billion people plus on this planet. I'm not going to see them all. I mean, there's exactly 9 of you right now. And even then, 9 of you, I can't talk to you all right now tonight. I mean, listen, of all the people that are on the earth, what I made a decision is that I only wanted to serve the people who I was put on this planet to serve. And that's why I think a lot of people are like that, take shots at me on the internet. That doesn't disturb me because I wasn't meant to serve them. And by them doing that, they're helping to isolate more of the people that I was not meant to serve. But some of you right now are like, hey, man, that's me. Reach out to Natalie and be like, hey, don't forget me. Because listen, there's a lot of you. There's more than 50 of you. I keep joking that there's a lot of you. And we just got to know that you're here. We got to know that you're like, hey, man, don't leave me behind, because we put in a lot of work to make sure that we are delivering the content that you need. But then you've got to put in a lot of work to execute on that content. I got to tell you, my one-on-one private coaching roster is filling up. It's pretty amazing. We get reach outs all the time. I love working with my private clients. It really is draining when I'm trying to like drag people around, convince people, that you need to do something to help the people that you were meant to serve. That's why we're going in 2025. We're bunkering down. We're sucking in. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. We're sucking in. It's not $99. I don't have very many. I don't think I have any $99 things. You want $99? Just join Black Diamond Club. You want to impact the world. You want to make a big splash. You want to have a podcast. You want to get your content dialed in. You want to be able to scale. Look at the amazing things too. And I want to shout out Amy Spolstra. We've been doing a lot of vision work with her. She's on the verge of a scaling explosion. Amy and I are going to partner on a new venture that I know I love, because I've watched Amy from the sidelines and what she has done for so many families that have children who are affected by neurodevelopmental disorders. And I don't know Amy's world. Like, she's so smart. So I'm like, I don't know that. But then something came up just this week, and I was like, hey man, what about this? And she was like, well, we should partner on this. And it was something that I actually know about. I'm not just doing the tease. It is a little bit of a tease, but I can't wait for you guys to see what we're putting together. I mean, we just been over here brainstorming. I mean, the universe and the frequency has been right. And oh man, a lot of stuff is coming. A lot of stuff is coming. If you're a sideliner, don't watch anymore. If you want to be a part of it, reach out to Natalie. But here's what I want to do. I want to give away $500. I want to give $500 to one of you. Here's how it works. We're going to spin up the digital canasta. You're going to see your name go whizzing by. The whiz, 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 whiz. Michael Jackson, the whiz. And then if it lands on your name, you have exactly 30 seconds to show your face, announce yourself, claim your prize. If it lands on your name, you're a winner, but you still have to claim it in order to take it home. We're going to let James get this dialed.
Let's go. Name number 1.
Oh, I saw Dave Pascal in there. Oh, Jason Cryer. Woo! Let's go, Jason. Let me tell you, Jason, he's one of our private clients doing huge things in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I mean, when it comes to real estate, and I'm not talking about just being a realtor. I mean, he is teaching realtors how to sell more homes, right? Like, I love working with quality people like Jason Cryer. He's one of my favorite dudes. He's like the cowboy realtor. And he's going to be crying if he's not here, from Mike Merck. And it appears as though he's not here. That is a big bummer.
Man. Well, no Jason. I guess he will be. He'll be crying tonight.
He'll be crying tonight, Mike.
All right. We got name number 2. Here we go. We have, Scott Sweeney.
I saw Brooklyn's name.
Man.
Scott Sweeney. We just saw Scott not too long ago. Oh, Carrie Swain's hoping for a hat trick. And James Taylor says that Jason's my second favorite person. That is true, James. Tamika lives in Dallas-Fort Worth. So I got Tamika and then Jason Cryer. Thank you for pointing that out. Don't want to hurt Tamika's feelings. But we're looking for Scott Sweeney right now. He's got a few seconds left. And, oh, man.
No dice.
No dice on Scott Sweeney. Well, name number 3.
Here we go.
We're drawing 5 names tonight, folks.
Rob Middleton.
Ooh, Rob Middleton. Rob Middleton. You've won $500, Rob. You are a winner, my friend. All you've got to do is put in the chat that you're here. Make sure that it matches up. Rob Middleton. We'll send you $500 through the interwebs. Boom. Come on, Rob. Rob Middleton. Oh my gosh. All right, Rob. That was name number 3.
Name number 3. We got 2 more.
2 more names. That's it.
That's it.
Guys, it's tense here.
All right, here we go. Ooh. All right. Denicknell Braithwaite.
Now that is not low riz. That's high riz. Denicknell Braithwaite. Let's go, buddy. Who would have come up with that name? How could that be a fake name? You're sitting around thinking about Denicknell Braithwaite. Let's go, Denicknell Braithwaite.
James Taylor, what do you have to say about that one?
Hey, Natalie talks to all of these fine folks. She knows Denicknell Braithwaite. She says that he's a brand new BYS member. Denicknell, you came in hot. You won the $500. You probably didn't know you had to show up to claim it. Hey, Natalie, we got to start telling these new people that they got to jump on because Denick Nell, he missed out, or she missed out. Is it Natalie? Is that a guy or is that a gal? What do you think, James? Denick Nell.
I'm gonna go with. I think that's a guy. I just can picture
male.
like real proper like.
Oh, yeah.
Name's Denick Nell.
Sounds European to me.
Yes.
Denick Nell. Denick Nell Braithwaite.
Yeah.
I love it. Denick Nell could also be a spy, so you never know.
All right, we got one more name for $500. Let's see if we can close this out with a bang. Ooh, I saw some names I know. Ooh, Cara Corbelli.
Oh, Cara Corbelli. Cara Corbelli. What is up, Cara? Congratulations. Wow, $500 to Cara Corbelli. Rocking and rolling out there in the Northeast. If you need somebody to take care of you or your family, great chiropractor, Cara, out there in the Northeast. Cara, you've won $500 right here on Shawn Live.
Shawn Live.
Everybody wanted to know how Grant Dennis would pronounce Denick Nell Braithwaite. Denick Nell Braithwaite.
Yeah, that sounds about
Denick
right.
Nell Braithwaite. I don't know that Denick Nell guy.
Denick Nell.
They don't know name nobody Denick Nell in Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Oh boy. All right, folks. No winner. You know what that means? Next week, $600. Now, it doesn't start getting good until we get to 7. All of a sudden, for some reason, we get to 7. Everybody starts showing up. Next week is actually your statistical best week to win because not everybody's going to be here. You could be here and we could draw your name. 6 names. Could draw Denick Nell Braithwaite again. We could also call Carrie Swain again. You never know. We might call your name. You're all in there, even if you've won before. If you are a BDC or a BYS group coaching member, you're in there. Go to blackdiamondclub.com or bookyourselfsolid.com if you'd like to get in the digital canasta. We'd love to have you as a part of our community. We promise you, look at all these fine folks. We promise you that we'll make you feel right at home. All right, everybody. James is going to go eat a full rack of ribs from seed to table. He can already taste it. Good. Thank you so much for being a part of tonight's transmission. See ya.